The station that's on your side. This is Channel 7 News at 10.
Well, good evening to you. We're going to begin tonight with the fallout from a federal judge's decision to temporarily block enforcement of a pair of Arkansas laws. Both regulate the ability of foreign companies to do business in the state. They were challenged as part of a lawsuit brought by Jones Eagle, which operates a crypto mining site in Arkansas County. Channel 7's Andrew Mobley has more details. He's in our studio now. Andrew.
Jones Eagle's crypto mine just outside the city of DeWitt has been embroiled in legal battles since before it was even up and running. On November 13th, the crypto mining company sued the state of Arkansas. The company claims that two new Arkansas laws are unconstitutional and discriminatory. Act 636, which bans foreign entities from owning agricultural land, and Act 174, which prohibits foreign party-controlled businesses in Arkansas. State authorities investigating Jones Eagle have shared suspicions that the company may ultimately be owned in part by the Chinese government, and therefore a potential national security threat. The state's probe of Jones Eagle and other crypto mining companies was largely prompted by outcry from communities around Arkansas in response to Act 851, which limited local government's ability to regulate crypto mines.
The state legislature heard us, the governor heard us, and they made some amendments to 851. At the same time, we also asked the Attorney General and the Secretary of Agriculture to investigate.
On November 19th, Jones Eagle motioned for a temporary restraining order against the two laws, which it says do not apply to it, as it claims not to own agricultural land and because its owner, Chi Min Jimmy Chen, is a naturalized U.S. citizen. When she granted the temporary restraining order preventing enforcement of Act 636 and 174, federal Judge Christine Baker said that Jones Eagle would be threatened with irreparable harm if the state initiated enforcement actions against it.
And obviously Jones Digital and the folks, Mr. Chen, whoever owns Jones Digital, we're about to find out what that really means. They exercise their rights to petition the court for a temporary restraining order. That seems to indicate to me that there has to be some sort of enforcement that was imminent.
Jones Eagle previously won a settlement in a lawsuit against Arkansas County, which was forced to pay the company $90,000 after it passed a noise ordinance aimed at its crypto mine. Needless to say, the sudden introduction of crypto mining to Arkansas County and other communities has been a rude awakening.
It's getting to be a soap opera. So, something needs to be, settled on, and it's a new problem, and of course slowly understanding what it's about, and but it just came too fast and too quick.
Arkansas Attorney General Tim Griffin provided us with the following statement in response to Judge Baker's order. I have been investigating a number of crypto mining operations and other entities with possible Chinese ownership and simply seeking the facts. I have cleared some entities, but not all of the entities have cooperated fully. In this particular case, I will continue to proudly and vigorously defend the constitutionality of Act 636 and Act 174. The court will conduct a hearing next Wednesday to consider Jones Eagle's motion for a preliminary injunction against the enforcement of those laws. On your side, I'm Andrew Mobley.
Okay, Andrew, thank you. Governor Sanders also responded to this on social media, writing, quote, Arkansas has the only law in the country that successfully kicked a communist Chinese company off our farmland, and a judge just blocked it. Our foreign adversaries, she says, have no right to American land. We will appeal this ruling and protect our state.